Hey there! Today I will show you how to replace the display on Xiaomi Redmi Note 9. I would like start by saying thank you for the support you have shown through subscribing, commenting and rating the videos. As you probably know, this is very helpful in running the channel. Let's get started. The necessary tools for the repair are knife, small screwdrivers about 2 mm, pin, needle or seam tray eject tool, something for cleaning, for example brush, and cloth or paper towel, set of opening spray tools, something to degrease, for example solvent or alcohol. Office clips, transparent tape, syringe and needle 1.2, thermal conductive paste, silicone sealant or universal adhesive for display mount, a hot air station, heat gun or hair dryer. I will use the hot air station. I start repair by checking the condition of the phone. First of all, I pay attention to mechanical damage. In this case, it will be cracks in the housing so as not to damage it further later when trying to disassemble. I start disassembling the phone by removing the SIM card tray. Now I can proceed to remove the rear casing. When removing, be careful of the flexible flat cable connecting the fingerprint scanner to the motherboard. I will remove the scanner by pressing it inside. The next step is to heat the display to weaken the glue. I set the hot air station to 170 degrees Celsius and choose the largest nozzle to heat the entire surface uniformly. Spot heating can cause the casing will melt or unnecessary stresses on the material, which can result in cracking. If you are doing this the first time, start with a lower temperature such as 90 degrees Celsius. The difference is that you will have to heat longer. If you don't have a hot air station, you can confidently use a hair dryer or a heat gun. However, be careful with the last option, as heat guns generally produce more heat than my hot air station. I think it's time to level the screen. Unfortunately, the display hasn't separated from the chassis at any point. In addition, I can't spray it anyway in the way that doesn't damage the case. So I'm going to take the phone apart and see if I can push it out from the inside. learned by my experience as I can, I check that the new part is the same as the old one. More than once during my tinkering, it happened that something looked similar but nevertheless was not the same. Unfortunately, from the inside, it's impossible to push out the display, so I hit it further and will keep trying until it's done. I don't remove the battery because it's glued and I don't have appropriate tape to re-glue it. As I mentioned earlier, you should always be sure that the new component is the same. And now, after complete disassembling the old one, I can be 100% sure that both displays are identical. Now I will clean the surface to which I will glue the new screen. This is an important part because if I don't do it properly, I won't glue the display evenly. I put the display in its place. I'm attaching the speaker cover. I used ordinary transparent tape for this because it's thinner than insulating tape. Later, it will be glued together with the screen anyway. I screw the lower plate with the charging socket together with the cover. I remember to connect the black flexible flat cable and the antenna. I remove the old thermal conductive paste. I start by scraping off the dried parts. For this, a spudger is best suited as it is made out of plastic and should not scratch the surface. Then, using small gas pads soaked in alcohol, I wash off the residue. If small pieces are found on the phone's motherboard, they can be removed with a toothbrush. After cleaning, I apply new thermal paste. I mount and dismount the phone's motherboard to see if there is enough thermal paste. If thermal paste doesn't spread under motherboard's touchdown, add more paste. I mount the motherboard and connect the flexible flat cable coming from the bottom board, the flexible flat cable coming from the screen and the antenna. I remember to route the antenna cable along the path provided by the manufacturer. I fit the camera cover and the screw on the lower black cover. I connect the front camera and fingerprint reader. Next, I remove the protective film on the inside of the new display, as it prevents the front camera from sitting properly. Finally, I screw on the motherboard cover. I place the fingerprint reader in the back case and then put it on the phone. In my case, I had to level the adhesive surface on the sensor. I launch the smartphone to check that the new screen works properly. I verify that viewing angles are retained, that there are no bad pixels, and that the touch works properly. After those actions, I turn off the smartphone. I clean and degrease the edges with gas pads soaked in alcohol. You can also equally well use solvent or extraction naphtha or other universal solvent, but I advise against using strong solvents such as nitro. Next, I apply sanitary silicone. You can also use a special glue for this application. As you can see in the video, it is difficult to apply silicone in precise way with a screwdriver. I recommend using a syringe with 1.2 needle for this right away. To turn the screen, I use a divider so that it doesn't come into contact with glue. Before final placement of the display, I pull off the last protective film. Now I put the display in its place and press it down with my fingers. Then I remove the excess glue that has been squeezed out and generally clean the phone. I protect the phone with paper so that when attaching the metal clips, I don't scratch the new display. I don't secure the back case because it bears so many signs of use that it will not be affected. After that, I put the clips on. I clean my tools and organize my workplace. I wait 12 hours, that's the full drying time of the silicone I used. If any of you repeat this, please look for the full cure time or full dry time on the label. And after it's gone, you can remove the clips or squeezes. While looking at the phone, I noticed the cracked and deformed corners, so I decided to smooth them slightly by heating them with hot air about 100 degrees Celsius. Then I had to press them gently because they themselves didn't want to return to the original shape. I recommend doing this through, for example, paper because plastic will be hot. Before returning the phone after repair, I do a final check to make sure everything works correctly. Are you interested in this video? If so, visit my channel for more content like this. And if you crave knowledge, entertainment and inspiration, subscribe, like and comment so I can create more content for you.